Libra, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. And let me say this, the astrology this week, it's intensified, and I'm going to tell you why. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. These come out weekly, so please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Libra content gets uploaded every single Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. That's over here on Pacific time. So I hope you guys can join me. I also do daily tarot card readings if you're interested. I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link above. If you want just daily insights, head on over there. I'd love to have you join me. Also, what was I going to say? There's always an extended reading as well. I think you guys know that by now, but just in case you're new, welcome to the channel. And I always create an extended reading for those of you who want a deeper reading and more details and to continue the conversation with me. That link is below, or you can join my Unbound membership, which I hope you'll consider. That'll give you all the channel perks as well as access to all the extended readings for the life of your membership. So check it out. So why should you be totally psyched about this week? Well, it's a game changer week. That's the best way I can explain it. Mercury went through something like this, so Geminis and Virgos probably would have felt it. They went through something like this while Mercury was in retrograde. Venus isn't in retrograde, guys. Venus is still in Taurus. She's very happy there. So this got to do with finances or work that you're doing, primarily partnerships and work especially. But ultimately what's happened is Pluto is now trying to Venus, and that's beautiful energy. It's transformative energy. It's also intensifying energy. So your creativity, your ability to be valued by people, it will intensify, and you'll have that advantage in all kinds of partnerships or relationships that you going into the next, I think maybe it might be even a month that she's trying to Pluto. It's a really beautiful energy. Also changes in maybe your relationship status or your financial status, but with a trine, it'll be very favorable for you and a very easy transitions. Venus is still square to Saturn, which does put there's contentions or like feels like judgment. You could be being judged or going through like a lot of job interviews or a lot of auditions or a lot of rounds with like a publisher or something like that. Somebody who has, or even with parents, feeling like there's some sort of tension or a need to prove yourself. But that could just be the center for the change in your life, the stuff that's coming about. It could also be taking care of yourself better, or the places where you have to like, raise your standards in a way. So that could work out to be very prosperous, especially now that there's that trine to Pluto. This week, the magical days are really toward Wednesday, Thursday, because you have a conjunction with the North Node. You, as in Venus, has a conjunction with the North Node. And that means that she's future focused. Anything that we do or you guys do around that time will be planting seeds for your future, and it will last, and it'll have this great value, especially with that trine to Pluto, this intense value, and whatever takes seed at that point, it will grow and it will prosper. It's moving into the future. You're thinking of what you can do, what you're capable of, even getting out of your comfort zone in a way, because you want to grow and you want to expand, and you have great energy to do that Wednesday, Thursday. But then we go into Friday, Saturday, and there's a lot of contention, especially when the moon moves into the position in Aquarius, where it just kind of amplifies all like it's like you're under you're under a microscope scrutiny right now. But you know what? That's fine, because once that passes after into Sunday, things are going to get much lighter for you, and the intensity will kind of die down, and you'll start to see that the changes and the shifts are really they're really beautiful. So definitely it's almost like in some ways the coffin will be nailed by the end of this week in which direction, one way or the other. The beauty of this that you're going to go, I think it's going to be for the better, at least for most of you. Ultimately, the harder you cling on to the past, I can't even tell you, with Venus conjunct the North Node, if you try to hold on to the past, especially trine Pluto, I mean, it's like almost like you're asking for your own destruction. But for those of you who are open and interested and wanting and desiring change and transformation, and to step out of the comfort zone and to take risks and to do something dynamically different, that it's going to, I mean, I can't even tell you how beautiful it's going to be. Venus is also sextile to Neptune right now. So there's this beautiful energy of artistic and creativity and really being valued for your sensual gifts, right? Being able to be seen for that, or having what you've created be of great value to others. Even if it is under a lot of scrutiny, it can't hold you back. Only you can hold you back. And the way that you'll hold yourself back is by sticking to the same old story, doing things the same old way. You may not have the answer, but with that sextile to Neptune, pray. Say to God, listen, I'm willing to change, but I don't know what I'm supposed to change. If you're confused, God's listening. And I think you're just going to see some really dynamic shifts that are happening this week, at least clarity around those dynamic shifts. Clarity as in you're going to know which way to go. It's going to be clear to you what you have to do. All of those beautiful things. It is a blessing because now it's not foggy or nebulous anymore. The action that you have to take is very clear. And I think most of you are on board to do that. So let's get into the cards. I'm looking for my other, okay. Libra. Oh, Libra had such a better reading last week, right? I was so happy to give you guys that reading because I just did not want to give you a reading like I did a couple weeks. But, you know, I tell you guys what comes out. It's not always what you want to hear, but hopefully it's what you need to hear. So we have slow and steady wins the race. And that's what Saturn is doing to you guys. It's slowing you down. Not for harm's sake, but for keeping your standards high stake. And it doesn't want you flinging yourself. Yes, you have to go in a new direction, but don't fling yourself in a new direction. There's going to be a lot of steps that you have to take to get in this direction. You're still going to have to earn it. That's going to be what's slowing you down, but eventually, inevitably, it's actually going to help you build more self-esteem and make you feel more certain and more secure of yourself, because as you build and as you go through the steps, you're going to keep rising and you're going to keep seeing that. And slow and steady. So listen, boo, do not rush yourself this week. This is a week for you to actually get more confidence going in that new direction, because we usually don't have confidence. We can be sure that we want to go in a new direction, but we're not sure what steps to take. Go slow and you'll build that confidence along with the competence. And I think that that's what's really important this week, is building competence, not just confidence. And then we have know your worth. Damn straight. Keep those standards high and let things go slowly. Things that are built slowly, and this is that North Node energy, things that are built slowly are built to last. So things that you're doing right now, decisions that you're making, words, statements that you're making, Libra, they're going to go a long way now. So be very not cautious, but be very careful with your footsteps, and stand there and allow yourself to engage and think about the next step, but let it always be forward, right? Set healthy boundaries. So there's still some shit we got to learn in terms of, in terms of how people treat us, what people are allowed to do with us, rewarding the good and distancing ourselves from the bad. That's going to be very clear, but there's also a sense of you now have the power to treat people how to teach people how to treat you. This is sort of that secret magic sauce for the week, guys, is that you are retraining people about your value and why you are valued and what value you have. Maybe it's not just because I'm pretty, right? It's also because I'm smart and I add a lot of different things to the table. And that's kind of why you're sort of square to Saturn, because you have to go up before the board, right? You have to go up before the panel. When you're earning your PhD, you're doing your dissertation, you have to present it to people who are already accomplished. And these people aren't going to make it easy for you, but the fact that their standards are high means that they have a lot of confidence in you, and they know you can reach that. So, and keep reaching for those standards, and keep those standards high, because ultimately people don't want you to fail. They want you to succeed. So if you think you've done enough, do a little bit more, right? Do a little bit more research, do a little bit more work, and really show up impressing people every single time, because there is eyes on you, most certainly. And ultimately, I think in some ways you're the way forward. You will become the gold standard. So, or whatever you're creating, or whatever you're creating, whatever you're putting out there. Diamonds are not built in a day, right? We're Libras, right? Diamonds, I'm a Libra rising. Diamonds are our best friend. But why? Because they're not just beautiful. They're valuable. They're not valuable because they're pretty. They're not valuable because they sparkle. They're valuable because they're rare and they're tough as fuck. And you could cut anything with a diamond, but very few things can cut into a diamond. And so this is the moment you've been working for. This is your diamond moment. This is it. And ultimately you got to claim that value. So take things slow. Like if you're in a rush, it's going to seem desperate. You're not desperate at this point. You know that things will work out, and you're just moving forward. Claim your independence and take time out. Claim your independence. Let's talk about that first. That's Aries energy, but it's asserting yourself and having confidence in yourself. Also, cat energy is about being playful and living in the moment, and being playful with those aspects of yourself, like show people that you enjoy who you are. You know, not just that, hey, I am an authority figure. No, that's not how you're going to enter a room. You're going to enter the room with enthusiasm. You're going to enter the room not looking at who else is looking at you. You're going to enter the room just really, really having a great time, because that's going to inspire people even more and get you what you want, which is eyes on you, but also it's like... people will remember how you make them feel. They won't remember what you've said. They won't remember what you've done, but they will remember what you made them feel. And so if you make their lives a little bit lighter and joyous because of your enthusiasm, that's going to go a long way. This is essentially a sense of just set your boundaries, claim your independence. This could be you deciding to go a separate way, or I feel like it's you asserting yourself and saying, hey, this is me. This is who I am. I'm not anything like what you made me. I'm making these choices. This could be a dynamic shift in your career or in the way that you carry yourself or make yourself look. Taking care of you. And really finding value in yourself that is not about validation of others. It's not even about money that they give you. It's finding value in yourself that has to do with intrinsic worth and your ideas and your creativity. And then we have take time out. This could be literal, like take a few days off. But I feel like it's almost like, taking the pressure off of who you are when you don't need that validation, right? Now, I know that's kind of contradictory because Saturn is square to Venus. There is a sense of, but don't I need validation? No, you need to realize that you don't need validation and that you absolutely will prove yourself when it comes to especially your superiors, right? There can be contention. They feel like they're being a little harder on you this week. Well, they probably are. But you're also more acute and you're intensified and you've got the energy to back it up and you've got the sort of fluency and the psychic ability now. There's so many good things feeding you, and you are a focal point for Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. So that's change. The dynamic change is coming through this Venus energy. And yes, she's in Taurus, so I think Taurus will feel it a lot more dramatically. But for you guys, this is just kind of change you've worked for, especially change in work, that you're going to start to see these dynamic shifts. And with Saturn there, yes, you will continue to have to work for it, but at least you will feel like, hey, if I'm swimming, you're not treading water. You're getting someplace, right? That's the good thing. Lay a solid foundation. I don't know why this is in reverse. Let me ask, why is this card in reverse? Oh, okay. So just a second. You may have health issues this week. Now, those health issues, not horrible ones, but issues that will make you realize, okay, you know what? I need to slow down. I feel like in a lot of ways, time is trying to slow you down, to give you more time, to help you catch up, to up your game, to up your standards, to know more, to have more of an intelligent conversation. So if you have like a cold or something this week, it's like that time for you to rebuild you and to heal, to rebuild you, or I don't know if you guys used to do this, but I used to do this so much in high school. I used to call out sick if I didn't study for a test, and my mother would let me stay home so I could take the test the next day. It's kind of like that. Call out fucking sick and make it a personal day. And do you. Do you. That could be when you go on your next job interview, like whatever it is. That and that's kind of what it is. It's like set healthy boundaries. Don't take all the weight of the world on your shoulders. I honestly really love this energy because it's a dynamic shift in you because you so serve others all the time. You know, what others say about you, what others think about you. Oh, happy birthday, Doug Denny. We have your hard work is paying off. Exactly. New moon in Capricorn. That's Saturnian energy, which is in Aquarius. But it's also, you know, Pluto is in Capricorn. So once again, most of the dynamics, the shift that's happening to you is probably coming through work. It doesn't mean that's the only thing it will impact. It means the change, the conduit, the change in you, the change of how the universe is rewarding you is coming through work, something that you have been working on. This is probably not the sensual energy, though I gotta say, yeah, of course there could be shifts and changes in your romantic relationships or status, but I feel like this is more work oriented. New moon in Capricorn, you're dawning on something new and you want to try something new, or I feel like it's more people are willing to like try something new with you, or they're going to give you an opportunity or a chance that you haven't gotten before. And if listen, whatever you have worked really hard on and you've stuck with, Libra, you're going to see some major doors opening for you along that, regarding that or surrounding that. This is like your hard work, like that's that beautiful beauty of the square to Saturn. Your hard work, what you've worked hard on and you haven't given up on, you know, because this might not be your whole life. It could be an aspect of your life. So whatever you've been working really hard on, you're about to see a huge fucking advance in. This is Atlantis. There's some sort of innovation or huge leap forward that's coming for you when it comes to especially ingenuity, something that you came up with, something that you created, something like your original work or a piece of creativity, like that sextile to Neptune is happening at the same time as that square to Saturn. So if you've worked really, really hard on something creative, that's about to blow up because we got a trine to Pluto, and that's going to sort of that's just going to sort of like change everything. It's going to be that dynamic change, that conduit of the dynamic change in your life. It could also be a time when you, become very creative or are very innovative, especially because of all the restrictions you've been feeling on you. So if you feel like you're being held back in a lot of ways, ultimately what the universe is, it's intentionally pushing you up against the wall to teach you how to maneuver and to teach you how to maneuver in a way so that you can get out of it. Like it's doing it on purpose to teach you a lesson. It's actually not trying to set you up for failure. Hold on. No, I had other cards that I wanted to read. These. Libra. Yeah, you're walking away from something. That's good. Moving on. Okay. Ooh! You've had had so much faith in this, and you're about to reap the rewards for this. Are you ready? And I think you are, and that's the point. Spirit wanted to make sure you were ready, that your arms were strong enough to hold the abundance it's bringing to you. So this would be the part of your life that you've struggled in the most, or that you have struggled for the most, is about to, like, there's a huge breakthrough. There's a material harvest coming to you because of that, because of hard work that you've done. And now you're strong enough, you're connected to God enough, you're spiritual enough to be able to appreciate it instead of waste it. And yeah, you're going to be able to move on from a really difficult situation. Like, it's going to open doors for you, and you'll know exactly what to do with it. Maybe if this happened to you 20 years ago, you wouldn't have known what to do with it. 5 years ago, last week. I don't think it was last week, though, because I feel like you have definitely worked on this a lot longer, to the point where you have earned God's approval. Almost like, okay, now we know you're ready for it, and you're going to finally have enough money to move away from a struggle, because you don't need the struggle to teach you anymore. You've learned the lesson. When that strength is in your very body, in your bones, you don't need the struggle anymore. So you're actually overcoming a huge pitfall or challenge that has been plaguing you for a while. You're actually finally able to get over that, including or especially something regarding your health or taking care of yourself. I'm going to go deeper. I hope you guys will join me. The link is below. I'll see you guys in the extended.